Anyone under the age of 21 is supposed to be able to buy tobacco or vaping products, but in Wisconsin it takes the federal government to enforce that. That's because Wisconsin doesn't have its own law on the books, at least not yet. Today, lawmakers held a hearing on a bipartisan bill that would raise the minimum age to buy cigarettes, cigars, and vapes from 18 to 21. Getting that bill signed into law would bring the state into compliance with a federal law that started a few years ago. Doctors and health leaders testified in favor of the bill.
Teenagers wake up the next morning with withdrawal symptoms after 8 hours of not vaping. The adolescent brain is very sensitive to nicotine. It can impair learning and memory. It affects their behavior. It can lead to issues with depression, mood disorders, anxiety. And the brain is still developing in these teenagers. The brain continues to develop until the mid-20s.
Without this legislation, local law enforcement cannot enforce the age rule, even though sellers are supposed to follow the federal rule. Wisconsin could also lose out on millions of dollars in federal funding if it doesn't comply.
And vaping is still prevalent among American teens, as the National Youth Tobacco Survey found more than 2 million teenagers say they use e-cigarettes. A quarter of them say they vape daily, and about 85% use flavored vapes like fruit, candy, mint, and menthol. The Food and Drug Administration and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention questioned middle and high school students for this survey. The agencies say these results cannot be compared to previous years because of the pandemic, but it still shows that e-cigarettes are extremely popular among teens.